Hi guys, Chef Damian Leach here, and today we're gonna go do a little exploring. The Arawak Temple. If you never heard of that, don't feel no way. I's a Bajan and I never hear about that neither, but we're gonna meet with a man that knows all about this, right? There's a historian, Dr Henderson Carter, a real top man with enough knowledge. So come with me, we can explore and find out more. Dr. Carter.
Hello, Damian. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
Good to see you.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to Arawak Temple.
Tell me, was he? Give me a little story behind this.
Yeah, man. It was the Arawak Temple, or the Indian Castle.
Indian Castle.
Indian Castle, or Catholic Shrine.
Well,
because we believe that the Catholics worship in here in the 18th century when they were being persecuted by the Anglicans. But this is Arawak Temple.
Arawak Temple.
Beautiful place. And you can see on the walls first the arch. See that arch there? There's a double arch. Had to be carved because that's not a natural arch. Carved by the Arawaks or the Amerindians using their tools, their stone tools. And then you see here on the right, markings on the wall.
Yeah, very faint now, yeah.
And all over this cave, we have markings. Of course, these are signatures that the Amerindian people lived here. Talking about before the English came.
Yeah.
And the English came in 1627, and it is said that over 1600 years before Christ, Amerindian people were living in Barbados. And the thing about it is that this cave had a lot of functions. So we believe it was a temple where people could worship. And then, of course, there's a lookout. If I were to come show you here, there is a wonderful lookout right down to the sea.
Like a window?
Through this little window. And note, Damian, that this window was cut.
How long you feel they would have taken to carve that?
I want to say months, not weeks, months to do this, you know. But this is wonderful. And the other thing about this, Damian, is that it lets in light. It lets in light. For example, when the sun is going down and the sun is in this direction, it lets in light into the cave. One of the things that one of the locals have pointed out to me is that there's a hole here on my left. And if you would put your hand in that hole, you can feel like sprayers, you can feel like cold air coming through. If you look carefully, you see the flowers moving a little bit. Yeah, so I'll put my hand in the hole. Yes, and you can feel some cold air coming through. So Damian, you take a chance. No snakes, don't worry.
Yeah, so there's definitely
there's an airflow coming through. This road, as the locals tell me, was an S-bend. It was a very terrible road.
Yeah.
And it was only after the 1990s when Owen Arthur, who became Prime Minister of Barbados and lived in this district, just a few meters down the road.
Yes, correct.
Yes, and these steps were constructed after this road was rebuilt.
Right.
So for many years, people would pass here and just look up and see a cave, but not knowing that this has tremendous historical significance.
It's true.
So if you were to Google Griffith Huge natural history of Barbados, and you immediately read the first few pages, you see Hughes describing this cave.
Yes.
He's writing in 1750. And he talks about the ornaments found here.
Really?
Yes.
I see this cave and I learn all this history, and you're telling me all this history, and everybody knows me. I like breadfruit. All I want to do is roast a breadfruit in this cave like this. As a little boy, you know, we met Mr. Farley this morning, a local fella, and he said that he grew up in here roasting breadfruits and taking care of your place, and that's when we ever like to roast a breadfruit in here. No, but
I yellow meat breadfruit.
You know that, you know that.
And you can see the salt on this wall. This comes from roasting breadfruit, and you could see the guys would set up their herb here, right here, and you know you have the breadfruit being roasted, and the smoke coming through this hole.
Correct, correct.
And you could roast breadfruit in here all day. You could play dominoes in here while the rain is falling, while all these things are happening. And of course, if there's a terrible hurricane, you could come in here as well. So we're going into the bush. You have to be very agile to get up here. Yeah, so we're on the terrace of the cave. And this is really fascinating that there is a terrace. So imagine in 1500, these Amerindian people on the terrace looking out over the sea. And you can see the west coast of Barbados. You can also see the Arawak cement plant, named after the Amerindian people, right? And you can see the beautiful west coast. So if an Amerindian group is here, they can see canoes coming out from the west. Okay, wonderful. But let us take you in to the steps leading up to the cave we call Indian Castle. So I'm going up here, and watch your steps as you go up. All of this would have had to be chiseled out. Chiseled out.
Wow.
Painstaking work. And then, having chiseled out this area, you cut a little hole that allows entry in and out. Right here. This cave can be upgraded into a lovely park with with benches, and there are people who have ideas again for this as well.
That is Indian Castle. I definitely learned a lot about this this particular cave, and it is a cool thing to learn. That's the truth. I'm not a big history junkie, but I can appreciate history and I can appreciate knowledge and where everybody come from essentially, and just to see Barbados change and that kind of stuff. It's truly a great thing to learn, and obviously Dr. Carter, he's a man full of knowledge, and I'm grateful for him showing me around today for sure. And he promised me that we can look at another cave too, so I can take him out on that. I can check out the other cave.
Oh yes.